Hi guys, welcome back to another video. Today I'm gonna be showing you the best tips and tricks for obby creator. Okay guys, for the first tip, to make a circle, I'll show you how. So first, get your object, clone it up, make sure it's opposite direction of your bottom one, then select both of them, clone it. Now you want to rotate it. Make sure your rotation thing is low if your parts are small and they far away. Now you want to rotate it like that. Now do it more times. Once you do it enough times, it should make a nice circle. Okay guys, check out this new circle I made. Look how nice it is. So this can be used if you don't want to use the hollow cylinder, because it only has a specific width. While this, you can make this super wide or super thin. Like you can make the thinnest circle in the world. Also, with this, it's more expensive because the cost is based on the whole area of this, and it's based on like here to there, from there to there, and there. Like this, that would cost a lot of money. But with this, it costs very little because we're only using little parts. Now I'll show you how to make a spear. Now let's do the same thing. Copy it and let's rotate. Guys, look at our nice spear. And because we made it the special way, it's hollow. And it's also very cheap, but at the cost of part limit. But it doesn't matter. Look how cool our spear is that we can look inside. And this is useful because normal spears in the game, look, it's not hollow. It's normal. Well, this is hollow. And if you want the spear to look nice, I'll show you how. I've got the new circle. Now, I'll show you how to make a better spear. Let's look at this. The reason this happens is because over here, we're turning it how much so that all the outer edge doesn't have holes. But if we look over here, it overlaps. Because out here, the direction is, I don't know. But if we do this with a normal spear, I'll show you what happens. See? This is nice like that, but as you go here, this happens. Now, we can fix this. Now, you can fix this, and I'll show you how. Towards the top, you want to make these things smaller, but not the middle one, because that's going to be the top, this thing, and you want that nice. So, I'll show you. So get this, the side ones, and make them nice and small. Now to get the perfect measurements, copy it again and see what happens when you rotate it. Does it make a mess or not? If it makes a mess, delete it and try again. Guys, while I'm making this, you can see that these still overlap. So now I gotta make them smaller. But over here, these things have a hole. So I'll make them bigger. Did it? Guys, now, once we have 1/4 of the circle done, you wanna copy this 1/4 of the circle over to the other parts. So you don't have to do all of this over and over again to the whole circle. This makes it nice, guys. Okay, I'll tell you guys when I'm ready to make the circle. I'm now done the ring. And also, when you're making it, make sure you have a full replica of the whole grid of the thing before you start. Like the nice width and the total length. Just in case you miss something and you can fix it later. This makes it so you make it perfectly without any misalignments. Now let's make the spear. Okay, get your block. Make sure that's not invisible. And let's start cloning and rotating. I'm now done the spear. Now, let's look inside of our creation. Now, you can see inside your spear. Look how perfect it is compared to this one. Oh my god. Look. See how perfect it is compared to the other one? It's just so perfect. Am I right, guys? And if you look inside, it's also perfect, just like my other one. Also, guys, with the spear thing, you know, if you cut it in half, cut open, and you look inside, you now have a bowl. But the one cost is part count. Look how many parts this took. This is also very useful, this tip. Because of this, you don't need to use Archimedes to make circles. Like this. Okay, next tip. The second tip is making sure that your button mechanisms work. Okay, now look at this wonderful button mechanism I made to open and close the store while I walk over to it. Now, let's test it. Oh no, a common mistake most people make when they're making button mechanisms is all of these things. 1. Not making this thing invisible. Now, this thing will actually go invisible when you step on the button, because before this thing was visible. Next thing, you don't want the player to see the count enabled, usually, so turn it off. And also, make sure the time for it is not too long, otherwise when it goes back here, it will do the whole thing again. Now, let's do the rest of the problem. Now, let's try again. Let's see if it works. Oh no, it doesn't work. Let's see what happened. It's commonly that the conveyor is facing the wrong direction. So, let's turn it around. Now, it should work. Let's try it again. Oh no, the push block got stuck on the button. Let's see what happened. The button is quite true. Okay, fixed. The door should work now. Let's do it. Oh no, why isn't the door going invisible? And why is the button stuck on the pressure plate? Let's see what happened. Oh, it's not set to invisible, so it just made it visible again. Also, the push block activated is set to false. Let's set it to true. And maybe let's make the count enabled to false. And the pressure plate, let's set it to can collide false. You also may have forgot to do the push block thing, so let's do that. Now, let's test it. Let's do it. Yay, lets me pass. Wait, why isn't the fading part working? Let's see. Oh, it isn't push block activated. Perfect. And the respawn part isn't set to push blocks. Okay, now the button thing should work. Let's test it. See, it opens the door and closes it after. Perfect. Okay, let's go on to the next tip. Now, I'll show you how to make a cool teleporter that works and looks good. First, get a teleporter and set it to collide false. Then set it to the position you want. Also, I'm going to be working with 2 teleporters today, so I'll set this one to where I want the other one to be, where I have the other one. Now, but when I do this, this can happen. And to fix that, just the button on the teleporters right next to them. Collide false. Invisible. Parts invisible. Now, let's connect it to the other one. Then let's copy this button and connect it to the other one. And also, to make sure these teleporters don't physically disappear, let's put another one so it looks like it's always there, but it's actually not. Okay, now you should have a working teleporter. Let's test it. Guys, now I have a working teleporter. See how nicely it works. Also, to make it better, put an extra button on each side and set this one to visible. Make sure it's a bit away from the teleporter and make it visible, that teleporter. Now let's put it back into place and do the same thing with the other teleporter. This makes it so that the teleporters, when you go through one, you can just come out the other side. See, like this. Okay, now I'll show you how these teleports. See how nice it works? It's like I don't stop walking. And you can do lots of cool things. And I'll show you one thing you can do. Okay guys, now look at this cool infinite hallway I built. Help, it's infinite! Let's go back the other way. Wait, is infinite both ways? Help, I'm stuck. And guys, if you also don't want the button things up there, simple fix. Just set count enabled to false. Done.